Hello everyone and welcome in. Today is Wednesday, February 28th, and we're going to be taking a look at what all messages are wanting to come through for you from the universe, God, the divine, spirit. So we'll take a look at the overall energy of the collective and then looking at the individual sign groupings after that. So check the description box below for the links to the individual group sections. So also on the channel, all of the videos have posted for the first half of March. Those are broken out this year by the sign groupings, and then within each sign grouping, I go sign by sign and pull some additional cards there. So check those out. One of the things that I did notice, so I was using this deck, this Hidden Truth Oracle deck. I don't know. Feel free to drop a comment below about what you thought about those cards. It seemed like when I was pulling them, it didn't feel like they were flowing with the rest of the reading. So I may not really use these anymore. Some decks just really speak to you. Others, it just kind of leaves you a little bit like, oh, that's different. So I may be retiring that deck. It was short lived, but it seemed like it just wasn't coming through the way I was thinking that it might. So let's go ahead though and jump in and see what energy is wanting to come through for the collective. All right, we have Five of Wands in reverse, Two of Pentacles, and then the King of Wands. So with our Five of Wands in reverse, this is finding resolution and kind of peace. So with your Two of Pentacles, that's about having like some big tough decision. There's, split loyalties. You don't really know what direction to go. But then you have the Five of Wands in reverse, which is about finding that peace, that resolution. And then this is with your King of Wands, that's like meeting the challenges. It's that leadership. It's that loyalty. So it's coming across that, yes, there's challenges that are out there, but you're rising up to it. You're meeting those challenges. You're not letting yourself sit in, I guess, kind of victim mentality. And it's okay, let's meet this head on. Let's figure out almost like a sense of, okay, this has been out here for too long. Now's the time to move. Now's the time to get something done about it. So, all right, that was the overall energy. And then we'll see how this applies for the individual signs. Let's start today with our water signs. And see what specific messages are coming out for water signs. The Hermit. So this is that period of like self-imposed deep reflection and introspection and trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. Usually also in the traditional decks, then the Hermit also is carrying a lantern. So it's that sense of going deep within yourself, trying to find out what is the truth, and then how can I share that truth? How can I share my light with people around me? So especially as it pertains to definitely picking up the greens there, the greens over here and then the greens around the side, that's like, okay, this problem that you've been kind of balancing, whatever the situation is that you're juggling where you feel like there's these split loyalties, that now you've hit that point of, okay, yes, today I'm really going to take some time. I'm going to think about this and figure out what it is that I'm going to do. Let's find this resolution. All right. Look at the bigger picture. So as you're sitting there in that deep reflection and your meditation and your introspection, trying to figure out what it is that you should do, make sure that you're looking at the bigger picture. So that one says full moon in Sagittarius underneath it, but with the bigger picture part of it, it's a matter of, okay, have you in the recent past maybe been thinking about the immediacy of it, like, but if I do this, it's going to cause so-and-so's feelings to be hurt, so I don't want to do it. But then, with this card saying to look at the bigger picture, it's almost like, okay, but is it going to cause more discomfort in the long run, in totality, if you go down one path versus another path? So yes, you need to be able to see the trees, but you also need to be able to see the whole forest. So this is that reminder. If you feel like you're stuck, look at the bigger picture and adjust your strategy accordingly. Enchanted Forest, mystery, magic, and excitement. So this one, and as I mentioned, like, yes, sometimes you have to look at the trees, sometimes you have to look at the forest. With this enchanted forest, it's kind of that reminder of looking at the forest view of it too, looking at the big picture of it. And so there's going to be some mystery and magic, and let yourself get drawn towards that. Let yourself get drawn into, when I say bigger picture, some of the, what is my purpose here? Like that sort of bigger picture, that sort of mystery. And then let's take a look at Romance Oracle card. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So that is, if you feel like you're kind of stuck between some choices, whatever those big factors are in your life, it looks like you are in a position to be calling in a high level soulmate. So if you feel like you're already with that person, it would be a matter of calling them in to help you resolve whatever it is that you're balancing. If you're not already with that person, it's a matter of calling in that person into your life. So that was for our water signs. Let's take a look now at our air signs. That's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and let's see what messages want to come through for you for today from Divine. Judgment. So this is about having favorable judgment by the Divine. This is that sense of kind of awakening and rebirth a little bit, where you're looking at wrapping up the end of a cycle. So I talk about this a lot, but this is, the Judgment card is card number 20 in the Major Arcana. So that comes right at the end of a cycle. So right towards the end of it, you're having this split loyalty. What direction are you going to go? But you are getting that resolution. You are getting that favorable judgment by the Divine. You're meeting the challenge. You're not saying, okay, I'm going to push this away, I'm going to look at it later. You're saying, okay, I'm going to deal with this now and move it forward. I'm going to find that resolution, and good things will come from that, since you have that favorable judgment. Luck is on your side. So, new moon in Sagittarius, which is actually funny because on the other one was full moon in Sagittarius and this one's new moon in Sagittarius. But luck is on your side. So like I said, your favorable judgment is coming in. It looks like the end of this tough cycle of balancing, trying to juggle things, and what do I do? Which direction do I go? Things are finally coming to conclusion there to bring in some of that balance. You're going to be getting these blessings. All right. Harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity. So this is that sense of when you have that inner peace, that harmony, it does give you a boost of self-confidence. It does give you a boost of productivity. So if you feel like you've been like not very productive lately, whether it's at work, whether it's, oh my gosh, I've got this laundry list of things I need to do at home and I'm just not doing it, a lot of times that can point to having other things in flux, having, other things on your mind. If you feel like you're juggling two different things, like you're juggling these priorities, you don't know which way to go, or you're kind of like in between two different worlds, like that type of a feeling. A lot of times, even if you don't think that you're spending a lot of your time, energy, thoughts on it, you really are, and that's pulling you away from being productive. It's pulling you away from having that self-confidence. So harmony, once you can finally bring some of these pieces into harmony, instead of feeling like you're juggling something, like instead of having your hands like this, once you can bring them together, you're going to feel a lot more balanced, and you're going to kind of feel that extra surge of energy. So definitely that push that, let's work on getting that imbalance off your plate. Let that divine judgment come in and kind of level set things and bring you into a sense of peace and harmony. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So this does come in the romance deck, but in general, this is this is going along with the theme of everything else, of you're balancing things. And why do you feel like you're torn between two things? Like, free yourself from that sense or that experience of having this split loyalty of, well, but what about this? But what about this? Like, free yourself and look within. What is it that you want? What is it that brings your soul peace and happiness? And free yourself up to be able to live in that space where you're having that peace and happiness, because that's what's going to give you harmony. That's what's going to make you feel like you're more in control of your life. Because this one, not only was it harmony, it says power, self-confidence, and productivity. So it's, how can you free yourself up from the things that are no longer serving you to be able to really sit and, I'd say, bask in that space of where it is that you want to be. Bask in that happiness and that peace. All right, now onto our fire signs. Let's see what is coming through for fire signs. The Devil. I love the crazy side eye that Laura's giving there. So you're in this position where you feel like you're trying to balance these split loyalties. So you have this in play. Energetically, the push at the collective level is, let's find resolution. Let's bring this to a close. Let's stop with having these split loyalties where you feel like you're this way, you're that way. Bring it all back in. Bring it to the middle so you can find that balance and peace. That's what energetically is coming in for the collective. But then for our fire signs, the monkey wrench in there is this devil energy, because the devil energy doesn't want you to find that balance. That devil energy is people, situations, experiences, things that are keeping you out of balance. So a lot of times when you think about the devil card, it's things like, it's usually very 3D, and it's like, if you're having like substance abuse issues, so if it's drugs, if it's alcohol, if it's sex addictions, if it's gambling addictions, if it's eating, if it's not eating, kind of either end of that extreme, even some things, it's whatever's keeping you off your life path and keeping you looping or keeping you focused on the wrong things. So for some people, that devil energy could be work. It could be that insatiable need to work more hours, get more recognition at work, make more money, get bigger bonuses. So it's that devil energy. It's what is keeping you, what is kind of putting a block in between you and your inner peace. And so that's coming in. It's almost that sense of, when you look at it, this kind of side eye here, almost that sense of being able to tell that you're getting to that place of finding that balance, making that decision, taking the split loyalty part off the table. And then the devil is coming in like, ooh, you're getting a little too close for comfort there, and trying to insert themselves back in whatever way that might be. And it could be a person. It could be a person in your life that's trying to keep you in a certain situation because it benefits them and it keeps you from shining your light. Okay, so the two cards, the one that jumped was this one, this step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And right now, North Node is in Aries, so that's a fire sign. Your North Node is, that is what is your kind of life path? What is your mission in this lifetime? So it's, what is it that you're here to do? And when it's saying step out of your comfort zone, look at the colors there. So this purple that's around lore, and then this in here, it's kind of like the devil energy is trying to keep you in your comfort zone. You've developed whatever, and everybody has developed habits over time to deal with unpleasantness. So if it's oh, well, I'm just going to acquiesce to, my partner because I don't want to cause any problems, or, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's whatever. And so it's kind of like, I don't like it, but I'm comfortable there. So this is that push of step out of your comfort zone, stand in your own truth, be unapologetically you. That's the big push with Aries and North Node until January of 2025, I believe. So stand in your truth and push out this devil energy. And then the card I drew, since I was a jumper, is it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So that is also, I mean, all three of these cards, look at those. Look at all those colors together. So it's definitely that message of, you know, something's trying to keep you from your abundance. It's trying to keep you from your blessings and push it out. So there's a thing of it's time to release negativity. Some of it is if you have this negativity within you, release those thoughts that are keeping you there. You know, release those self-limiting beliefs that, oh, I'm not good enough. If I'm being dumped on by somebody, it's because I deserve it. Like, release those negative thoughts that you're holding on to. But if there's somebody else in your energetic field that just keeps pulling negative into it, if you have that one friend that is constantly complaining about everything, talking about how terrible life is, it's time to release people or situations that are pouring negativity onto you, but it's also time to release the negativity that you hold within you. Rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. Oh my gosh. And it's another one on this purple spectrum. So this is a very, very loud, clear message for fire signs that the devil energy is what is trying to pull you away from this. So all of those are going together. Like, you need to release that negativity. The devil is trying to do that. Okay, that card was a flip card. It says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And then the pulled card is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it could be that whatever devil energy, whatever this balance is that you're trying to find, somebody else is in the picture that's, you know, awakening something within you that's making you realize, wait a second, there is more love and peace and joy and happiness within me. So that is what we have going on for our fire signs. And now let's move to our earth signs. Sorry, that ended up being longer for fire signs than for some of the other ones, but it was a very, very strong push of a message there. All right. And last but not least, our earth signs. What message wants to come through for you? The Chariot. So this is about overcoming obstacles. It's that fast-moving energy. So again, it's kind of that sense of, you know, tired of being out here in this imbalanced energy and feeling like you're being torn, or, you know, you're being pulled in two different directions. So it's that push of, okay, let's get past this. Let's come up with a solution instead of just doing what we've always done. So your moon card is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So remember, Gemini is about communication, and some of this, the answers you need are coming in via some other message, some communication, and it feels like the communication might be coming in pretty quickly here. So listen as things are coming in, whether it's directly to you or through intuition, and listen to that. So Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. So there's going to be, as you're trying to deal with all of this, whatever this message is that's coming in. So it's saying it's a message of love. Let me pull one more card with that and see what else we've got. Goddess of Creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. So those two have those pretty greens coming in there. So it's a matter of, you know, listen to what's coming in, because you have a lot of transformation that is trying to help you and trying to move this situation here. And it says wholeness. So if you're in a situation where you're staying because you feel like I'm not whole unless I'm here, and that could be, you know, for some of you, if you feel like you're stuck in like a relationship that doesn't feel good, but it's like, but I can't leave because then I'm going to be alone, and then there's going to be this big gaping hole. It's that sense of, no, you're whole on your own, and you have that creativity, and, you know, do things that feel good for your soul, not because you feel like you have to do them. And says separation, a time apart from your partner is on the horizon. On the horizon, since there's a little typo on there. But, as I was saying before I even looked at that card, the whole idea of, are you staying in a situation because you feel like, oh, I have to because otherwise I can't stand on my own 2 feet. Some of that is a matter of you need to figure out how to stand on your own 2 feet. So it's wonderful to have somebody else there and have somebody else in your life to help you with things, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to be with somebody because you're incapable of standing on your own 2 feet. So sometimes the separation part is good because it helps you see things with a different clarity. Like, are you grasping for dear life because that's what's comfortable, because that's what you're used to? So that's the message that is coming through for earth signs. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. There will be some additional videos on the channel that are posting this week. There will be a special one for the 29th for Leap Day tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. And if you want to be alerted as to when the new videos post, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.